Hey guys, and welcome back to Rathlin Island. It's day 6 of midwinter, and we have snow forecast, and it is snowing. So we got a call last night from our truck driver telling us that he had gotten back to Churn Farms relatively safely, and we went ahead and told him to hold off on getting that loaded up and heading out first thing because we had snow in the forecast and it was a pretty high percentage. So we didn't need to get we didn't need to have him have a problem with snow on the roads or anything. So we went ahead and held him off. But we've also brought some more stuff up to the farm from the shop. I think we bought some of this stuff. I can't recall if we talked about this or not, but we now have a Kuhn fertilizer sprayer. Got T7 tractor to go with our T6. And we've got the Kuhn Merge Max windrower. Ourselves a front mower here and the side mower. Got a Kuhn round baler and a tedder. So we pretty much have all of the hay making equipment we need. We've got our fertilizer sprayer for the purpose of fertilizing our grass, and went ahead and picked up another set of weights and a set of New Holland forks to match, and a set of bale forks just in the event we need to move around little individual bales. So today I thought we would kind of tour the island here, and well, we got lined to a treasure map, and I've got some marks here on the map where I want to go check that there's rumors of gold on this island. So let's go see if we can explore. Really don't have much else going on today other than kind of waiting for the snow to clear up. We do need to head over to the BGA and talk to those guys, because we're going to be trying to keep those guys occupied by providing them some materials to keep the digester running. Need to talk to them and see what's going to take to get the BGA fired back up. But in the meantime, we're just going to kind of explore the hills here and see if we can't find ourselves some gold. The gold would really help us go a long way in getting more sheep. Did get up extra early this morning, and we've already brought in a second load of sheep, so we are now up to 20 sheeps. What's that? Is that nugget of gold? Should be right here. Oh, got ourselves our first layer of snow. Well, we might have to get a pickaxe and axe away at the snow here to get this one. See if we can't. Oh, there it was. See if we can't find up some more. Oh. So I'm trying to think about how many sheep we would be able to pick up with $1 million. I think that's a fair number of sheep. Sure. See, I think I picked up when I picked up 10 sheep early this morning. It was what was it? $30,000, $38,000. So if that's the case, well, 100 sheep would be $300,000, right? And 200 sheep would be $100,000. $600,000, and therefore 300 sheep be $900,000. So I think we could probably pick up 600 sheep between our bank account now and $1 million if we can manage to find all of the gold here on this island, cash it in at a good rate. That should be a pretty good start to our sheep herd, right? 600 sheep, or is it 200 sheep? No, 300 sheep. Yeah, 600 sheep, $2 million. That ought to keep us plenty busy. And add to that the work we need to do over at the BGA. Well, let's go hit up these over here at the lighthouse area. So I'm figuring that we've got pretty much all the equipment we're going to need for our sheep farm. May need to pick up a liquid fertilizer tank to help us help store the liquid fertilizer. It's stuck here. This way for a little bit. We're gonna have to get out and walk. They camp in here. Oh, and they, well, they shouldn't be leaving gold lying around for someone to just come up and pick it up. That's all I gotta say about that. Finders keepers, know what they say? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun and do a little time lapse as I kind of run around and try to hunt these nuggets down. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so we are down at the BGA, and as I mentioned, I think I've mentioned this before, we're going to try a new mod. We're going to try the BGA extension mod, and with that we have to basically purchase and start up our BGA. See in the F1 menu, I've got to pay $240,000 to buy the BGA and start it up. So let's go ahead and do that. I have now bought us a BGA, and now I got to figure out how to use the darn thing. So the way I understand it, we have to feed this thing, and it basically digests at certain times of the day and provides us money periodically through the day. So I'm not really sure how that works. We're going to kind of learn it together. But for the meantime, we're going to have to feed this thing with hay we have in stock. We're going to maybe bring down a couple loads of hay with our telehandler here in a little bit and dump it in there and see how that works. But until then, we're going to get back to our nugget hunting. Got most of the nuggets are collected. I think we're down to the second lower. Oh, maybe about 40 nuggets left. Let's see here. And head up this way. We're also going to be able to check out the forested area here in a little bit and see what we're going to do there. We're going to dig into forestry for some part of winter. Definitely dig into forestry if we get frozen ground, because that means I won't be able to fertilize. Got maybe one over here by the toilets. Got 29 nuggets to go. Here on the island. So guys, I just finished recording the videos for the Mod Mania contest that was held over at FS UK, and I have to say the maps that were part of the Mod Mania contest are absolutely fabulous. To think that those guys had 4 months to do all that work to produce those maps, and the quality of the map that we've got to use out of those 4 months is absolutely outstanding. And you know, one thing that I thought about while I was picking up some nuggets and dealing with the water, or seeing the water, is the map, the abandoned forest that Flatlander 84, or the Sim Station as he's also known, put together. And that one is got a custom geo, and when you start it up, you start in early spring, of course, but you start with a massive amount of snow on the ground, and it is cold, and you've got frozen lakes to deal with. And it's pretty cool how you set up to where you have frozen water in the winter time, as opposed to just having liquid water all the time. And it was even set up such that you could drive onto the frozen river and get around that way, should you so want to. If you hadn't checked out that map, I encourage you to go check it out. I did a video on it, well, it would be a couple weeks ago as of the time that this video airs, but literally it was just earlier this morning that I did that video. Of course, we can't tab into our truck because tabbing is disabled on this map, and I'm going to do my best to hold to the character of the map as the author intended, and I'm going to try my best to not enable that. That way we don't have to well, that way it's a little bit more difficult and deliberately, and see how well it works. Now it can be a little bit of a pain when setting up an episode, because like for these hay delivery episodes, obviously what I'm doing is I've got that truck, I've got a play course set up, and I'm basically initiating him to drive a play course, and then getting up to the farm and staging it such that it looks like I'm waiting on the guy to show up. But in reality, I'm just what I have to really do, since I can't tab, is I've got to basically have the truck and the pickup or something else down at the start point. I've got to start the delivery truck. Sorry guys, impromptu John. Got to start the delivery truck and get him going, and then I need to start and drive up to the farm as fast as I can, so that I have a chance to get there ahead of the delivery guy, and then get the truck parked and get it out of the way and get everything all staged up, so that we're all ready to go. And all ready to go when the truck finally shows up. Now, if we had tabbing was enabled, then all we would need to do is basically just set it up, jump into the truck, start the play course, jump over to something at the farm, and we'd be all good to go. But can't seem to do that all the time. Definitely can't do that on this map, basically. Look, it's so close together. Hard to tell where I'm at. The way I do it, and the way you all probably do it the same way I do, is I try to move my little character dude till he's directly over the nugget indicator, and then I should be able to visually see the nugget at that point. If not, then I'll just have to run around a little bit. What do these things take? These things take water and manure. They make me pallets of potatoes, so we might put in the manure point or buy point and stock those things up and get them going. All depends on how much time we got. So I think we're going to spend most of our time, I think, with this series over at the sheep farm, because I wanted to do a large sheep operation on Rathlin. Done 100 sheep, 120 sheep, or however many sheep we eventually get as a result of reproduction. But I wanted to try and basically see what it would be involved in with getting a big time sheep operation. Because we all know that sheep is fairly easy to sheep are fairly easy to take care of. Farm sim, they don't really eat a whole lot and everything, and they do produce a fair bit of income. So I wanted to see what would it really take to care for a really really large amount of sheep, and I think 600 sheep all on the way. Try to hit a higher number than that. I don't know if we're going to aim for 1,000 sheep. Be pretty insane, I think. Only 8 nuggets left. They are scattered all around. So, what do you all think so far of the Rathlin series? I know it's only been a few episodes in. It's winter time. It's pretty slow getting cranked up because of that fact. Do you like the way that we bridged the Churn series and Rathlin together? Let me know. You know, I kind of think it's cool to do that when possible. To know that it's not too terrible bad to be able to bridge one series with another series, as opposed to simply just starting another one from scratch, starting up a whole new storyline. But try to continue on storyline, and if it works out well, then maybe what we'll do is we will try to alternate series with an English or a European map and then an American map series, and try to do some level of carryover from one series to the next. That's something that seems to work. I thought it was a pretty cool idea to take this exact truck. This is the truck from Churn Farms. You can see it's got 17.8 hours on it. And the fuel trailer was the fuel trailer from Churn Farms. I didn't just buy it and make it the same color and everything. It is literally the same trailer. The way I worked it is, well, I did buy the truck and I did buy a fuel trailer, and then I'll just stop here and run. And then I went into the Churn Farm XML and I copied out the vehicles bit for the pickup truck and the fuel trailer, and I pasted it in the Rathlin save game. Then I basically manipulated the entries to give it the same vehicle ID, and also to give it the same coordinates, so that the truck was in the exact same point as the Rathlin truck when they spawned into the shop. And then when I saved that vehicle's XML, and then I booted up the game, I had the Churn Farms truck and the Churn Farms fuel trailer. So I don't know if we're going to keep the truck or trade it in on something else at some point, but I thought it was a pretty cool thing to kind of drive off of one map and drive into another map where possible. I thought that was a pretty neat idea. Pretty organized forest, but with snow on the ground, we really can't see the road. All right, yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Follow this road around. See how many we can get quick enough. Just keep on going. Alright. Up out here and just cross the across the field to this farmhouse. It's like it is. Volkswagen Beetle. Three more to go, and then we will be millionaires again. And I think what we'll do is call up the animal dealer and see if we can't get ourselves some sheep delivered. The nuggets are over there at the water area, and I didn't go down the right road in order to get to that, so we're just going to cut across the field here. Not going to do any damage to the field. There's one. More to go, everybody. One nugget to go. We're gonna need to probably head up to the shop and pick up something to remove this snow off the roads. We have clear driving. Look at our forecast. We've got cloudy skies for the rest of middle winter, or the rest of winter in general. So I don't think we're going to have too much snow melt between now and spring. And then we've got snow in the forecast for the first day of spring. So we may need to clear off this roadway and kind of see where we're going. There it is, 100 nuggets, $1 million. So I think we're going to need to clear off the main roads so that we know where we're going. Because I think this snow is going to be with us for a little while. But we don't have frozen ground yet. I don't think we're going to be able to fertilize our fields with snow on the ground. Getting an early start to our field prep does not look like it's going to be something that we're going to be able to get done this winter. Let's head on back here to the sheep farm. And while we're heading back, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been about $174 from the BGA. Said we were going to take a load down to the BGA. Hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the telehandler. Since we don't really have a trailer, I'm going to grab the telehandler and just pick up 4 hay bales with the straw harvest grabs and run it down to the BGA, feed that, and see how much that takes, and try to figure out a little bit of how that thing works. I haven't found any type of decent manual or documentation to it other than what's over at it's posted over at FS UK. Let's go ahead in our telehandler. Well, quite frankly, we can't really see where we're going, so that's a little unrealistic, but it's fine. Just drive this way. Let's see. Control Y. Front wheel steering only. I've heard people say that you don't do four-wheel steering when you're driving on the roads. Switch over to front steering only in that case. So we'll just we'll heed that advice and do that for this particular time. And you know, in the future, we're not going to do this where we have where we take the telehandler and we take hay bales down to the BGA. We're going to have a building put up down there, because I did notice that there is no building over at the BGA. So we're going to put a building down there, and we're going to store some bales down at the BGA. And then that way we can have our own wheel loader or telehandler or something down there used to feed it on a regular basis. Of course, once we get going with grass, we'll be able to put stuff in the bunkers. Might plant us a field of corn to help us get some chaff for the bunkers. And then once we have silage, we'll be able to, you know, put a couple scoops of silage in the digester every so often. Let's see here. Let's see how this is going. Before we feed it, let's see what it says. It says total solids. Feed bunker 30%, total solids and ferment are 7%, fill level for manure bonus 0%, no manure bonus granted. So happens. Now it says total solids and feed bunker 87%, solids and ferment are 7%. Went from 30% to 87. I guess we'll notice that the digital readout hasn't changed any. Digester over here, what's it say? No digestate. Okay. So like I said, I need to read up a little bit more on this and try to figure out how that works. It seems to work for now. So put a building down here somewhere to facilitate our bale storage. I'm not really sure what we're going to put down. Thought about I don't. Thought about the GTX LS mod bale building, bale storage. That way we don't have individual bale problems with a whole bunch of, hundreds of bales and causing map lag. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. We're doing Let's Play videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Rathlin Island. We do map videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Also, go check out PCSG and the Three Dudes Gaming Network. They are both websites that are linked in my description. They're both quality websites with adult gamers that want to hang out with other adults and actually treat each other like adults. That can be a rarity in gaming and in websites nowadays, where typically you've got maybe adults or less than adults, definitely behaving like less than adults. PCSG and Three Dudes also has a open multiplayer server available to any Three Dudes or PCSG member. Check for information in the forums on those. And until next time, guys, happy farming.